and this is the point that President Jonathan, has been making, that there may be challenges, but one credit you must give to this government is that this government, is prepared to face those challenges and to deal with them as they arise. But to address the specific issue of, peace in the North, one, point President Jonathan always makes is that there can be real development without peace. And that is why for him, ensuring peace and stability is a major priority. Look, there are a lot of projects in the North. Okay, we just did a set of publications coming from the Office of the Chief Economic Advisor, detailing specific projects in different parts of the region, and we're going to start distributing those things, very soon. Because our position is that, look, we're engaging the public at the level of issues, at the level of facts. If you look at the northern part of the country, many of the projects in the Northeast, many of those projects which were, in progress, the Boko Haram people, they targeted those projects. The terrorists do not want development. And that is why it's important to ensure, that this battle is won, so that the space, the enabling environment can be created for, development to flourish. Now, in terms of the students in the North, one of the things that this president has done is to introduce the Safe Schools Initiative. The Safe Schools Initiative was launched in May during the World Economic Forum for Africa, which was hosted by Nigeria. And it involves the United Nations. The United Nations was represented on that occasion by the Special Envoy on Education, former UK Prime Minister Gordon Brown. The private sector, business leaders who were at that forum were part of it, and then the Nigerian government. A $10 million seed fund, $10 million, was launched on that occasion. Then President Jonathan immediately committed an additional 10 million funds. A pilot program, is in place. Is going to be initiated, in about 30 different communities in the northeastern part of the country. But in addition to that, the Safe Schools Initiative is going to ensure just what the title says, that schools are safe for students. It's not just even physical protection. In some schools, maybe the problem is the fence. Maybe the fence is not high enough, maybe the gate is dilapidated, some, it may be, they need maybe if it's a boarding school to provide bulbs, maybe the bulbs are there. Some of those things, that will enhance security that may have been overlooked or that may have not been, refurbished. So what it means is that government, short term, medium term, long term, is making the safety of the schools a priority, because his position is that no Nigerian child should be denied the right of access to education. What happened in April in Chibok was an abbreviation of the right of the girl child to education, an abbreviation of the right of any one of those kids to human dignity. And this is to be made a special part, focusing on this is to be made a special part of the school education program. But the responsibility is not that of the federal government alone. We have in place that Safe Schools Initiative, we have the Victim Support Fund, we have the Presidential Initiative in the Northeast. So it's a comprehensive program, and it's long term, because you are dealing with the, human societies, with its dynamics, with these challenges.
But you see, while these bombings are going on, especially the ones now, preponderance in schools, Boko Haram has been going around, strutting themselves, suggesting that they're gaining grounds. Has the president seen these videos?
The thing, the really, tragic thing about, the Boko Haram is that they're not just waging an ideological war. Well, put ideological in quotes, because what that ideology is appears, oftentimes nebulous, incoherent, is that they also want to seize territory, okay? And the president has said on many occasions that the unity, the territorial integrity, the sovereignty of Nigeria, is non-negotiable. And that is why people must realize that these nihilists, these anarchists, who are trying to seize territory, what they are really attacking, is the integrity of Nigeria, is the integrity of all of us. They want to seize the country, impose their own strange system, and then that is a threat to all of us, including the media. And this is why, I've had cause to make the point that the media also has a role to play in this regard. And the view has been made, the view has been expressed by quite a number of persons, and legitimately too, that a section of the Nigerian media, including also a section of the professional political class, will appear to be celebrating, the Boko Haram terrorists, in such a manner as if their own objective is not to join this battle, this war of protecting Nigeria and human lives within it, but to motivate the terrorists to continue to assault our civilization, our collective dignity. And, I restate the point again that, as media practitioners, some of our media houses also, we need to take a second look at how we report terror, at how we report violence. I know this is a major subject in media training and all that, but some of our people just don't get. But this is not the occasion to give a lecture, on media practice. And I don't want anybody to say, oh, it's always easy to blame the messenger. I also say that. But a critical analysis of how the reporting of the violence is done, will show that perhaps, some of our people, we need to, see that there are certain things you can do. There are certain stories you can please, and you will be celebrating the terrorists who will think that, oh, he's making impact, he's getting attention,
Okay, on the Chibok girls, is there a time frame for securing their release?
Well, I mean, nobody, can announce and say this is the time frame. I mean, it's been quite a while now, but government has not stopped looking for the girls. And, it's all part of this operation of, checking terrorism, engaging the terrorists. And if you have followed how the terrorists sound, it's like they are using the girls, as some kind of protection for themselves, to blackmail government, to blackmail everybody, and to threaten the whole world. But of course, we are in a warlike situation, and government's commitment is that, it will continue to do its best and will continue to make every effort to ensure that at the end of the day, those girls are rescued.
Very well. We thank you as a special advisor to the President of Media and Publicity, Dr. Reuben Abati. Thank you for joining us on Dateline Abuja.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Well, that's as much as we have time for this week. Thank you so much for your views and comments. Continue to send us your opinions, especially on the security challenge that we have focused on this week, using the address and Twitter handle on your screen. And don't you forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. Make your comments after viewing the current video, as well as older episodes of the program. I'm Gloria Umezuki. See you again. Thank you for watching.